Do you feel like your hips are tight? Well, they're not just tight, they are shutting down your whole body. Your hips are the foundation of your structure. When they lock up, your knees compensate, your back seizes, your posture collapses. Pain doesn't start in isolation, it starts here at the foundation. But when your hips are open and free, when they move the way that they are supposed to, everything changes. You stand taller, you walk better, you feel lighter, and you move like the capable, resilient, robust human being that you were designed to be. This routine is battle tested. I've done these movements every single day for the past 6 years, and they have transformed the way that I move, train, and live. By the end of these 10 minutes, you're gonna feel it for yourself. Your hips will open, your spine will decompress, your whole body will remember what freedom feels like. So stay with me till the end. We're gonna go through each movement step by step, and you're gonna finish this session standing taller, breathing deeper, and moving better than you have in years. Grab your mat, find some space, and let's unlock your hips together. Let's move. So the first exercise you're gonna do is the tabletop rock backs. Now, you're gonna be performing this for 1 minute. You have to make sure that you keep the shoulders up and the pelvis up at all times. So push through your hands, keep your hips up the whole time, but make sure that you have a slight posterior pelvic tilt. So we're protecting the lower back, and from there you're gonna rock forwards until your knees come past your feet, and then rock back into your hands. Keep moving through this position for a whole minute. The second exercise you're gonna do is the deep squat hip openers. You're gonna perform this for a whole minute as well. Down into a deep squat. If you can't sit all the way down, you're gonna elevate your heels lightly onto a slant board or onto some books. From there, you're gonna place your hands on your knees and you're gonna push out to each side, transitioning and aiming to straighten your elbow in each direction. Feel how the hips open with each rep, and the more that you do this, the better it's going to get. Work within your current range now. Don't push through more than you can handle at this point. The third exercise is the 90-90 hip rotation with a pigeon stretch. So you're gonna sit in a 90-90 position, both legs flexed, one internally rotated, one externally rotated. From there, you're gonna sit up, open the hips, come back down, and then lean forward into your pigeon. This trains the hips in all rotations, and it really trains your mobility through active movement. If you're currently feeling pain in your knee, just reduce the range of motion and work with what you currently have. You don't have to come all the way down into the pigeon. You can just come as far as you can and then back up. Complete 1 minute on one side and then 1 minute on the other side. The next exercise is the hip bridges. This works your hip extension really well, provided that you keep your pelvis posteriorly tilted and you push nicely through the heels. So you can start doing double leg and then you can progress towards working it as single leg. Make sure that you keep your posture nice and tight. Make sure your hips are open the whole time, and make sure you're pushing really high through those heels and holding the top position for a second or two. The next exercise is the Cossack squats. Now this trains lateral movements, which is really important for hip strength and mobility, and it's also going to train your adductors, which are another important component of good hip mobility. If you're currently lacking mobility, you can hold onto a pole, a TRX, you can hold onto something to support yourself. Otherwise, if you have the ability to come down all the way into that foot and then stand back up. You're going to perform each side for 1 minute. If you have the ability, you can transition from one side to the other side without standing back up, so it looks more like a flow. So work within your current ability and your current range. As I said, hold on to something. If you don't have the mobility right now, you can use a TRX, you can use your couch, you can use a pole, and reduce the range of motion. The next exercise is the half kneeling hip opener. This one is fantastic for targeting that deep hip muscle and your hip flexor deep inside, which we don't often get into. So you're gonna make sure your posterior pelvic tilt the pelvis, make sure you push the hips forward, hold that position for a second, feel it stretch, and then you're gonna take your knee well past your toe. You're gonna also feel this in your ankle. So if you're limited in your range of motion, elevate your front foot slightly onto a book or a yoga block. From there, you're gonna push forward and backward, aiming to open up that hip with each rep. Once you've completed 5 repetitions, you're gonna do circles within that opener. So you're gonna rotate clockwise in each direction, opening up the hip as much as possible while keeping your foot flat on the ground. You're gonna work each direction for 1 minute, and then you're gonna change legs. And the final exercise in this routine is the squat to hinge flow. So we're working hip flexion and hip extension, and we're also training our posterior chain to move as one whole unit. This is really great for teaching you more advanced movements down the road. You want to make sure that you're moving really slowly through the position and you're feeling that stretch as you go into that hinge position. Work with it slowly. If you need to use some support, you can hold onto something on either side and elevate your heels in a squat if you can't squat for depth. So there you have it, your 10-minute hip mobility routine that's going to make you feel like you are walking on clouds. I suggest that you do this routine 2 to 3 times a week. Start at your current ability, build up slowly, and over time you're going to find yourself increasing your range of motion, getting more mobile, becoming stronger. After a month, you're going to feel like a brand new person. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and let's help people get mobile, strong, and resilient. See you in the next video.